welcome or welcome back to my page. If this is your first time here, hi, my name's Denali. I'm also known as the Oracle Healer here on YouTube. Today, you guys, to celebrate going into the new year, we are going to be doing a charm divination reading. This is a pick a pile, 3 piles to choose from. This charm reading is going to be your vibes for 2026. So we will be getting some predictions in there for you. A little sneak peek on what to expect for the year 2026. This is a charm based reading only. We will be getting some cards towards the end of each pile just to kind of get some advice for you for 2026. But other than that, we will only be using charms and initials. Did already pre-shuffle the cards that will be representing each of the 3 piles today. I will also have timestamps down below available in the description box. After you choose your pile, you click the blue number next to it, it'll take you straight over there. This is pile number 1, which is the Empress. Okay. Pile number 2 is 10 of Swords. And pile number 3 is 7 of Pentacles. Okay. Please take your time, everyone, when choosing your pile. Pause the video if you feel like you need to. I will zoom you in just so you can take a closer look at that. As mentioned, I do have timestamps down below in the description box. I will see you in your pile. Hello, my pile number 1s. You all chose the Empress card. This is going to be your charm reading for your vibes in 2026. So we have the Empress here. Every time we see Empress, she's always represented as a motherly figure. So you could quite literally be a divine feminine. You don't have to be, right? It's just the energy of the card. But this card is all about nurturing others, but also most importantly, nurturing self. So I feel like 2026 is going to bring some sort of shift when it comes to maybe you setting your foot down with someone or something in your life in order to make better choices that surround all things having to do with you. You could be someone who maybe suffered from always saying yes to others instead of saying no, instead of creating those healthy, necessary boundaries. And this could be even something that you're setting as like a New Year's Eve goal is another thing that I just heard for 2026. Getting better at saying no, getting better at creating those boundaries, getting better at maybe not really being like a doormat for people anymore. And your spirit guides aren't saying that in a negative way. They're just saying it in a sense of like you just getting better at standing up for self. And no longer like catering to others, especially because I feel like the people you are catering to don't necessarily give you the same energy back in return, which I feel like that's obviously not really fair. The color red can also be significant for this pile. Having blonde or caramel highlights in your hair could also be significant. This pile could also really love the color pink. Pink and red tones, even like lilac is another thing that's coming through as well. Let's go ahead and get your angel number. What is the angel number for my pile number 1s? Okay. So pile number 1, your angel number is 5451. So after the reading is over, you will go on your search engine and search up 5451 angel number meaning, hit search, click whichever link you feel the most gravitated towards. That'll take you to a separate page breaking down that angel number message for you. I do like to break it down myself in terms of numerology in the tarot world because it can be very different. We do have a lot of 5s here. So I feel like this is showing us the conflict that I was talking about when it comes to maybe you having an issue with someone or multiple people in your life who cause drama or who just tend to overstep on your boundaries in some way. I feel like this is part of the shift or what we're shifting away from. We have 5, then we have 4. So it's like almost like turning something. 4s are all things stability, your foundation. This is you having the opportunity in 2026 to change this foundation, to crack the code when it comes to breaking away from things or people pleasing tendencies and stepping into solitude, stepping more into self and self-love in 2026, and seeing this as an opportunity to have justice and to have a beautiful thing, or see beautiful things when it comes to solitude, and not really seeing solitude as a bad thing. I feel like this is something that this pile struggles with. Maybe you struggle with like fears of abandonment, or always feeling like you need to be in some type of like partnerships. That could be friendships or romantic partnerships, but using those partnerships as a way to kind of not feel alone, which there's nothing wrong with that. But that is something in 2026 that you will be breaking free from, which is beautiful in itself. We're going to go ahead and get your charms and talk more about it. There may be a throat chakra blockage as well for this pile, or maybe some in denial that you're facing with this. Okay. If you have the volume up all the way, go ahead and lower it down. I'll give you a second to do that. It can get pretty loud with my mic here. What is our times today for my pile number ones? Income situation, anything else, any other vibes you would like to share for pile 1 in 2026? Thank you so much. Okay, we will be getting initials, but we're going to talk about the charms first. Let's go ahead and zoom you in to talk about it. We have lots of stuff here. Give me a second to... We have this really huge cluster. Anything that is flip-flopped, like not revealing itself, like this charm here, this one, this magazine, this... that is all like further way energy in 2026. So those can be like things that you won't be revealed to, or an energy you won't be in until much later towards the end of the year. We do have a lot of like hidden cards as well. There's a lot about, okay, so one of the main things in 2026 is you reaching multiple opportunities. I'm seeing a lot here with opportunities in different areas of your life. So these opportunities are going to be breaking away from what we were just talking about, fixing more, you know, getting into healthier habits. This also looks like shooting your shot maybe when it comes to love, because we also have symbolism of love in here. And also shooting your shot when it comes to opportunities in career is another thing that's coming through. So we have all these different like areas that are going to be improving and be like fixed. Okay, which is a really, really good thing. We also have the red circle here. I was getting red being significant in your card with the Empress. And red represents the root chakra, which is survival, being in family, and responsibility. So this is you taking responsibility in your life in 2026 with all these different areas, which is honestly like a really, really good thing. I feel like you're stepping into this with a very optimistic approach. We even have like the red rocket too. So this is you just like taking off, you saying, you know what, this year things are going to change. I need to do things differently. And this is you fire energy. Actually putting in the work. This is you meeting your words, your thoughts and ideas with your actions, and actually taking action and doing that. Fire energy can be significant. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, by the way. We have the Sun card. We also have Strength. We also have King of Cups here. That's in reverse. We also have the Be Mine. So if you aren't already in a partnership of some kind, my pile number ones 2026 could bring, again, open up this opportunity to meet someone new. They could be a water sign. I feel like this is going to happen in February of 2026 is another thing with the Be Mine. We also have chocolates. And we have the Lovers. Interesting. Yeah, so for a lot of you, this is a new connection starting early in 2026 in February. And with the chocolates being hidden in the Lovers, I see this relationship being finalized later on in the year of 2026. It could be like the last 3 to 5 months of 2026 that this like relationship or this person that you're going to meet, like things are going to get a little bit more serious. So it could mean that you're going to be talking to this person for, you know, the beginning of 2026, but towards the end you will be leaving 2026 with this person being your boyfriend or being your girlfriend, their connection being kind of like officialized. We also have the Chariot here that is hidden too, following down with like the Love. So yeah, these are things in love taking off. I'm also seeing things in career too, which we're going to dive a little deeper into that and what that opportunity is specifically. You got a lot of tarot cards, my pile number one. We even have Queen of Pentacles, confirmation. This was hidden. This is what I'm saying. There is going to be lots of changes in 2026 for you. Getting into a new relationship, parting ways with people, meeting new people, you getting into a more stable energy. And again, the stability is stability with self first, but also stability with some type of job. This job could really require like communication. Being in the field of communication is another thing that I'm hearing. What else do we have? Opportunity for travel is also in the cards for you for 2026, or charms, I should say. There's a side message here from your spirit guides not to be afraid. Don't be afraid to do the work. Something in the medical field could also be significant in terms of an option for career as well. We have the little like doctor hat with the heart. I feel like this is also Spirit's way of saying that like you will be healing some traumas that are going to allow you to better put yourself first in 2026. We have lots about ideas. Your spirit guides are saying if you want the ultimate goal to be success and to be happiness, with the arrow here, it's going to have to be you first, working on self and putting yourself first. Everything else after that will like follow. You know, everything will flow as long as you can put yourself first. I'm seeing brainstorming, ideas. Remember that not all ideas that you think about or jot down in 2026, you will be able to make happen towards the end of 2026. And know that that is okay. Take one idea at a time and go with whichever idea gives you the most like fuel and fire and feedback, the most stability. Okay, but don't like stress yourself with that in 2026. Especially like you could be someone, I'm seeing you like writing down and jotting down a lot of ideas, but also a lot of goals that you have for yourself. Journaling could be something that you're going to be tapping into if you haven't already in 2026. But I'm seeing you writing a lot of those things down and being or feeling like, okay, like I need to make sure that I get everything that I have on this list. I need to make sure that I do it or that I achieve it. And it's good to have a positive mindset like that, like a real go-getter mindset. We were getting with the rocket here. But we also, you know, need to not put ourselves down if we can't accomplish every single thing on that list. Your spirit guides are saying to be a little careful with spending in 2026. Something that they want you to work on is getting better at like saving or saving for like a rainy day. So make sure that you're doing that in 2026 as soon as like the year starts or as soon as you can. I'm seeing you stepping into baking or cooking more, spending time in the kitchen. Even if you don't really consider yourself to do that, I feel like this is part of what's changing. Like, you know, with you putting yourself first, you being in more like solitude. We also have the Monday coming through as well. It's just giving like really big self-care. You may have like a job. This is for some of you, not all of you. It's really specific. I heard something that some of you may have like a new job where you're actually going to have off on Mondays instead of like Sundays, or having off on, I feel like Monday is a very like odd day to like have off just because it's not like a day that's like normalized. At least not for people who normally have like the weekends off with their jobs, right? Which not everyone has that benefit. Other people, depending on what field you're in, may have to like work on the weekends, like people who work in the car industry, you know, like dealerships and stuff. I know they tend to work like Saturdays or work the whole week and only get Sundays off. This is what this feels like someone is only gonna have Mondays off. with whatever job that entails. We have you are my person. These two were hidden here. This is what I was saying, like towards the end of 2026, there's gonna be some partnership that's gonna get officialized. I feel like for a lot of you, honestly, this is like a soulmate energy, so that's really beautiful. I'm also seeing this being something that's gonna get cracked open. I feel like maybe you've gone through a lot of things in your past pile number one where you couldn't really trust people, which we were getting some of that chaotic energy with the fives that came through in your angel number. And I feel like this person is going to teach you that you can trust someone again, or that you can trust in love, or the idea of having love. This person will also like show you through their actions that they can make you promises and they will fulfill those promises, unlike people from your past pile number one who made promises and those promises were always like broken. So that's another thing that's changing and that you can expect going into 2026. We have Leo energy coming through, as well as a lot of fire, and we have earth as well. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We do have here that you may run into some issues with your car in 2026 and have to like deal with that, fixing. I'm seeing like a car breaking down very, very often actually. You may have to end up like purchasing a new car. This is for some of you, not all of you, in 2026, due to the fact that like there's something about a car that keeps breaking down and keeps breaking down like every couple of months and this being really annoying, and you just being like, okay, like, you know what, fuck it, it's a big purchase. But this could be another reason why your spirit guides are really urging you, like, even if you can now, like if you're watching this way before, well, obviously it's already December, right? So if you watch this right when I upload it, I would definitely recommend like saving now as soon as possible, because I feel like there's going to be a lot about car expenses in the year 2026 for you. We were getting a lot about like travel as well, so it could be like you also saving money to be able to travel, and anything having to do with like travel, like expenses or anything that requires like travel, like a car here, flights. Okay, let's go ahead and get the initials. A cat, a black cat could also be significant for this pile, or a cat that has black spots, black color. Okay, give me a second to see what these initials have to say. I'm seeing more self-love, right? We were getting that, but also love with another person. Also with the two hearts, I'm seeing equal love, equal give and take. So confirmation, you will be meeting a soulmate. My pile number ones, especially for my singles in this pile. Cigarettes or e-cigarettes may be significant. That could be part of what you're going to be like working on with self-love, trying to cut back from any addictions, vaping addictions. Maybe even like beer. I'm seeing like like nicotine. Yeah. Dr. Pepper could be someone's favorite drink. I'm also seeing root beer and Big Red specifically. That's so funny. Dr. Pepper. Someone could work in the Nick. Is that how they say it? That is it. I don't want to butcher that. And the Nick. What is that? In the Nick. NICU. Isn't there like a field that's named that? I'm sorry. I need to search that up because I feel like I'm getting it wrong. Oh no. Okay, I was getting it right. In the Nick. It is NICU. Okay. Neonatal intensive care unit, a specialized intensive care unit for sick or premature newborns needing critical care. So someone could have like a field or get into that field that requires working in the NICU working with like babies, births, things like that. Okay, we did get that heart, that like medical heart over here, just to give you like a closer look at that. So yeah, that could also be significant as well, seeing it in the initials. Yeah, see, and I see you. Someone works with babies. That's interesting because we got the Empress and she's like pregnant in there. Yeah, I'm getting like a lot of different things with birth. I feel like this is also just like you birthing a new era in 2026. Like I feel like 2026 is going to be really good for you. It's going to bring a lot. We were already getting that, how a lot of different things and areas in your life were going to be changing. For some of you, this could actually quite literally be becoming like a mother, becoming like a father as well with the birthing, but just like birthing a new beginning for yourself in general, and 2026 being like the starting year for that, to do that. Someone could call someone Bubba or Bubs for short, like a cute little nickname. We were getting like love and partnerships. Someone could be named Ricky. I'm also seeing Penelope. I'm seeing Rick, Nick, and Vic. All those names. Okay, I believe that's everything that I'm seeing here. You can take a pause, my pile number ones, and see if you're seeing anything. Definitely don't force the messages, but if anything flows through and makes sense for you, take that as one-on-one signs from your spirit guides. I will zoom in just to give you a second to do that. You can pause. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and jump into your advice before you go. Okay, what is the advice for my pile number ones going into 2026? We have Leo. We were getting Leo and your charms. Don't let pride get in your way. We also have Libra. A new romantic cycle begins. Oh my goodness. Pile number one. Confirmation. The charms never lie. Beautiful. Okay, what else do we have? Get grounded. Empaths, highly sensitive, connect with nature. This is another reason why we were getting big energy on like going into solitude, because I was getting with like the number 5, like you being in maybe some unhealthy like relationship dynamics or friendships, partnerships. And this is like what you're being called, why you're being called to go into solitude, to do something for yourself, to do something that will balance out your energy, have you feeling a lot more grounded. Okay, so more groundedness and more time in nature too in 2026 will really benefit you. It's time to release negativity. Confirmation. What else? Shuffle that again. What else for pile 1? We have Destiny. Someone's name could be Destiny, or you could know someone named that. You got an extra card. We will take it. We have Destiny, Faith, and Eternity. Lots of purple is coming through. I did say someone's favorite color could be purple as well. I think I said purple and pink, or lilac and pink. Your life is unfolding according to a greater plan. Trust in the divine timing of your journey, pile 1. Embrace the unknown and align yourself with your highest path. Everything is happening for a reason. Yes, I was saying like 2026 is going to be the stepping stone for lots of beautiful change for you. You may be resisting your fate. Let go of control and trust that the universe is leading you exactly where you need to be. Faith sustains manifestation even when there's no visible evidence. Keep believing. Strengthen your faith by affirming that everything is working out in your favor. Fear of failure may be creeping in. Recommit to trusting in the divine process, the divine timing of things. This was your extra card, Eternity. Life is a continuous cycle of transformation. What ends will always lead to a new beginning. We were getting that with like the birthing stuff. Embrace endings as opportunities for renewal. Trust in the infinite flow of life. For some of you, this is going to be a little bit difficult, especially for those of you who resonate with needing to part ways with people that maybe you're so used to being around or have gotten used to being around, even though they may be like toxic relationship dynamics or friendships. Maybe it's even a toxic work environment. Whatever this looks for you, some of you, you're going to really battle with doing this. And again, it's because you have fears of like being alone or having fears of feeling like you won't be able to fill in the places of those people that you're going to be cutting off. And believe me, you will. It may take some time, and it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of effort to be able to cut these off. But I promise you, you'll see the benefits of doing that, of cutting off energy vampires. You're going to notice that like you're going to be feeling a lot more balanced emotionally, physically, and just like better able to flow and not be so stressed out. And I promise you that you will end up meeting some new wonderful people that will be worthy of your time and that will give you the same energy back, that won't make you feel drained, that won't want to steal your energy, and who have good intentions. I feel like you're worthy of having that. You may be clinging to the past, right? Past people, past experiences. Accept change and allow fresh energy to enter, no matter what that fresh energy may look like. Okay? Which we were getting lots of different things. A new career, it could be a better work environment for you. It could look like a better relationship, a better friendships, a better environment in terms of home, relocating home. Could also be significant too. This is your overall message from the universe, my pile number ones, and it says, when the world feels like it is coming crashing down around you, take that as an opportunity to find yourself and let go of who you thought you were. Not all storms come to destroy your life. Some come to clear your path. Decide that this crisis will be the true turning point for what you have been waiting for. Oh my goodness. So yeah, it looks like some of you are going to be needing to sacrifice, right? With the 5, needing to sacrifice parting ways with someone or something in your life, what you're like, what's been normalized, but what is toxic for you, in order to put yourself first and move forward towards like better, things, new beginnings. So that is beautiful. I'm going to leave this here with you, my pile number ones. Thank you so much for tuning in to this charm reading. I hope it was insightful some way or somehow. If you would like to see future charm readings, leave a comment down below or comment which pile you are from. If you would like to share what your angel number is, I would love to see that too, because everyone does get a different message. I am sending you lots of love and light and everything nice. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hello, my pile number 2s. You all chose the 10 of Swords card. This is going to be your charm reading for your vibes in 2026. So we have the 10 of Swords here. The 10 of Swords is normally a card that is very heavy. It talks about loss, but most importantly betrayal, right? Which is why we have this person here on the floor. Obviously this person who is running away from them clearly stabbed them in the back a time or 2 or 10, and has ran away or gone away. So this does bring a lot of heavy energy, a lot of like loss. You could have just recently got betrayed by someone, and this could be your sign, especially if you're watching this video right when I release it. This could be your sign here that 2026 is going to bring opportunity for you to have a comeback, for you to heal from this betrayal that has happened in your life. Now, for those of you in this pile who haven't experienced this betrayal yet, this could be a sign here that in 2026 you will be experiencing a betrayal, and you can use this reading as a way to maybe be given a heads up and avoid that, or see this betrayal as a way in 2026 that is going to be something that will make you stronger. So no matter how it looks like for you, whether it's already in your energy, whether it's not, whether you will be just kind of like using this as a heads up, however this falls for you, know that with the 10 of Swords here, this is always a promise of an ending, maybe a tough, difficult ending, but an ending that is needed and that is necessary for your growth, and that will lead you to something better, Okay, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius can be a significant sign for some of you in this pile. It doesn't have to be, it could be in your chart, but just a little side message there. Okay, righty. Let's get that angel number for you. Pile number 2s. Pile number 2. We have a lot of 4s in here. Confirmation. Okay. Your angel number pile 2 is 4454. You will take this angel number after your reading and search it up. You will search up 4454, angel number meaning hit search on your search engine. Click whichever link you feel the most gravitated towards. That'll be your extra message for today. Now, I do like to break the angel numbers down myself in terms of numerology in the tarot world because it can be different. We have a lot of 4s. You could already be seeing the number 4. If not, expect to see that a lot in 2026. But 4s talk about stability, either already having stability or something that is lacking stability that will be shifting positive, you know, very, very soon. We also have the number 5 here. 5s do talk about conflicts. They can represent loss, tensions, disagreements, arguments, tough, difficult challenges and cycles, which we were kind of getting that with the 10 of Swords. But there's a lot of 4s that are surrounding this. So this is showing us that like your stability, your foundation, although it may get shaken up here or maybe even broken down, that there's still lots of hope that is surrounding this difficulty right here in the middle. There's still a lot of room for you to be able to switch this energy around. There's a lot of opportunity that will still be given to you to feel stable again, to feel secure within yourself, regardless of this disappointment that you faced or will be facing with someone or a situation in 2026. So let's go ahead and get those charms and get more about, you know, what this has to do with. If you have the volume up all the way, I do recommend lowering it down because this part can get a little loud with my mic here. And I have no idea why my camera's deciding not to focus. I feel like someone, this person who betrayed you or will be betraying you, doesn't want you to hear this message, but joke's on them because I'm still passing it along. Let's see, what are the charms today, Spirit, for my pile number 2s? What is it that you can share for the vibes of 2026? What is going on here? Thank you so much. Okay, I am hearing to stop. I'm gonna change my battery very quickly, pile 2. You won't even feel it. Alrighty, we are back, my pile number 2s. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's see. Give me a second just to read some of this energy here. So the way that I do my charm readings, you guys, anything that is flipped over to where we can't see it. So for example, this locket, this bus, this umbrella, there's quite a few things actually that are being hidden. That's my sign of taking from my spirit guides and your spirit guides, that those energies are gonna be further into 2026, not in the beginning of it, so further into 2026 for you. Okay, we're already sort of getting some confirmations here on the energy with like your card for this pile. So we have this cage that doesn't have the bird in it. It's opened up and the bird has escaped. I also have another one that has the bird inside of it. So this is confirmation that some of you have already left this like person or gotten out of this person's energy. Maybe you're already in no contact with this person. You've already escaped their ways. Okay. We also have the phone that's like right next to it as well. The back of the phone says, as I begin to love myself, confirmation. So yeah, I'm seeing a situation here where like you are making the decision or have made the decision to no longer be chained down or let someone or this situation affect you anymore. And I feel like in 2026, you're going to be like, okay, this is my year to heal. This is my year to love myself and put myself first. I was getting a little bit of similar energy with pile number 1, but pile number 1 is already in a different area with that. This feels a lot more fresh for this specific pile. If you kind of felt drawn to pile number 1, you can go and watch it after watching this one, but that is up to you. Okay, very different energy. If very different, but very like the same at the same time. Again, I feel like pile number 1 is already like over this energy, and they're already in a position to welcome in new love, whereas you, like, this still feels very, very raw, very fresh. And we're also pulling that for this pile. Some of you like haven't even been exposed to this yet. This could be something that is to be expected in 2026. Take it as it resonates. We also have here the block. Yeah. So in 2026, your spirit guides are saying that you're stepping into a phase where when it comes to putting yourself first, you're going to have to think very logically. You're going to start thinking very logically, start making more logical decisions. We also have here the purple cube next to the evil eye. So I am also seeing in 2026, you're going to be having like a spiritual awakening with this. And this is why I was saying with the 10 of swords, like, yes, the 10 of swords is it could be a scary card. It can be, because it's very heavy. It deals with disappointment. It deals with betrayal, and no one likes betrayal, right? But just like anything and everything else in life, we need the dark times to be able to really soak in and appreciate the times of light, the times when things are good and are peaceful. And just like, you know, again, any other time, my pile number 2s, where you have been in a situation that was burdening for you and came out on the other side of the tunnel feeling a lot more powerful, a lot stronger than you were, having more wisdom. That's what makes the dark times, or going through dark times, very worth it, right? Once the light bulb goes off and I realize, oh, this is why this had to happen, or yeah, this sucked. I hated that breakup that I went through, or the situation that I was in sucked, but it was, if I didn't go through those things, I wouldn't have been able to be taught this and taught that. Going into the future, I wouldn't have this wisdom without this pain, you know? And so that's how we have this here with the purple, which represents the crown chakra, spirituality, your intuition. This is part of what's growing and what's going to be expanding for you in 2026 due to this situation here. You thinking wiser, you thinking more with what your intuition is telling you, your highest self, getting those messages from your spirit guides when it has to do with this fox. So let's talk about this like person here that either you already, some of you, pile number 2, separated from, or that you will be coming crossing paths with in 2026 for my other pile number 2s who haven't met this person yet. Okay. So this person is someone who's very sneaky. They could have fire or air in their chart. Maybe they could be a Scorpio, but I'm getting like heaviest is fire and air. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius for this person. They are someone who's very sneaky. They are someone who I feel like is always trying to make sure that they keep their feelings and their thoughts to themselves. Like, this person tries to be very careful with the things that they decide to say. They get really in their head about exposing too much of their emotions because this person sees that as a bad thing. That is telling me that this person is someone who's not really emotionally mature. Confirmation. And they have a really hard time being able to like speak their truth and speak upon things that they are keeping to themselves, or secrecy. Okay. What else do we have? We have a lot that is like hidden, or that's like happening towards the end here. Interesting. We have the Chariot. Okay. Towards the end of 2026, pile 2, I'm seeing a business opportunity for you with the red, which represents root chakra stability. Yeah, I'm seeing like a business opportunity. You will be finding out about this career business opportunity through a peer or through a friend. So this is going to be someone that you already know right now in 2025, or someone new, a new friend or a new business partner you're going to be making in 2026 that will open the door for you with some new career path. This person can have water in their chart, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or even fire. Okay, make sure, side message, you're drinking plenty of water, being more conscious of that in 2026 is another thing too. The initial L could be a significant initial for this person. What else? I want to get like beginning of the year. Know that you will be taking some good relationships or friendships that you made in 2025. I'm seeing you taking that good circle of people with you in 2026. They will also be helping you with this like difficult time, dealing with this person if you're still like trapped with them, and will be releasing from them in 2026, or whether you're just barely meeting them. Like you're gonna take a good circle of people with you from 2025 into 2026. 2026 will also bring a lot of emotions, clearly, right? We have a mix of like both heavy and like good energy, new energy. So make sure that you like allow yourself to feel your emotions, whether good or bad, but also leave things in the past. Like feel it when you need to feel it, but after you feel it, let it go. And don't let it be something that like will ruin your whole day or ruin your whole week. Like don't drag that on. I feel like sometimes we need to be, and it could be really hard, right? Believe me, I know that. In the spur of the moment, being in negative energy or negative emotions, it could be really hard to remind ourselves of that. Like, okay, yes, I'm sad right now, but I need to get out of my head and shift my energy and not let this, like not ruminate in these negative things. It's giving 5 of Cups energy. You know, 5 of Cups is really heavy on crying over spilled milk. And are we going to continue to cry and feel sorry for ourselves? Or are we going to feel what we need to feel, but dust ourselves off and say like, okay, like what's next? Let's keep our chin up. Let's keep our chin high, you know, let's move on. So being conscious of that. We have Pisces. I was getting water energy. So it looks like this person over here, I feel like for most of you, it is going to be someone new that you're going to meet. You have the BFF here. So you're going to be making new friendships in 2026. Maybe some of you pile number 2s don't really feel like you have a lot of friends, or you don't even feel like you have at least one person that you would consider to be a best friend. If that's something that you want to open up for you, know that that is coming towards you in 2026, something you'll be manifesting. Having a good small circle of friendships, or having at least someone that you can call like a best friend. I'm seeing you like meeting a best friend partnership here in 2026. And that'll be a little towards the end. So I would say definitely like what I consider to be towards the end of the year is anything that's like past 5 months. So this is after the first 5 months of the year in 2026. We have traveling like out of state could be something. And yeah, for 2026, there's a lot about like travel. We even have the Chariot too, right? Symbolism as well. We were getting that you, pile number 2, are going to be going through a spiritual awakening with this, you know, situation of betrayal here. And know that you are guided and protected. I feel like this is also with the intuition here and spirituality, crown chakra. This betrayal happening for others of you is going to be so significant in terms of this being like the right foot in the door to you unlocking some spiritual abilities, or you embarking on a spiritual journey that will then open a door for you to be able to like help other people or help humanity, which is very beautiful. So it's like this really, really bad betrayal will be what leads you into something very beautiful. sharing your experiences and your hurts with others, or using your experiences, this betrayal that you went through, using your wisdom like for good, you know, turning it into a superpower is the way that I'm hearing it. Wow, that is so cool. We also have the heart locket. I feel like that's what this is going to be a really solid friendship you're going to be making. I'm seeing that in December of 2026, because we have like winter time with the snowflake. Yeah. December of 2026 is, I feel like you're going to be on a completely different level. This could be when like this whole transformation of what we're talking about gets officialized or gets settled. Excuse me, confirmation. So it's like giving like a slow burn throughout like the whole year of 2026 for you. And it's going to get like better and better. It feels more stable more as like the months pass in 2026. And I'm also hearing the month of December in 2026 will also be giving you an opportunity. It's like the tears that you shed or will be shedding, the obstacles, is going to be what is watering a plant, what's watering a seed. By the time that December comes, this seed would have already, you know, came out, already grown some roots, and you will be seeing the rewards to that. There's a message here to not be afraid in 2026 to be like transparent with people. I feel like this is something that's part of what's going to be like worked on here. What's going to be gained. I was saying 5 of Cups earlier. We have 5 of Cups right here. Yeah. Don't be afraid to be vulnerable about your emotions or about how you feel about certain things. Okay. I always say, like, as long as you're not hurting anybody, like, I feel like everyone should be entitled to, you know, say how they feel or have their own like opinions on things. As long as you're not like hurting anyone. We also have Magician here, confirmation right next to the spirituality and the spiritual awakening intuition stuff I was talking about. That you're going to be stepping into your power in 2026, and this is all coming from this really bad experience that hurt you. Again, take it as it resonates. If you haven't gone through it yet, everyone in this pile is on a different timeline. But this is like gonna be your initiation is what it feels like. It's like your initiation to you getting your wand or you receiving your like gifts. Capricorn energy could also be significant. Side message here. I'm seeing opportunities for celebration, which makes sense because always leading towards the end of the year, that's when we have things like Thanksgiving and Christmas and all that. But like there will be a lot to like celebrate, especially the last like couple months of 2026. That is beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and see what your initials have to say. Flip into the initials. I'm also hearing a message here of don't back down from challenges in 2026, but also you will need to get better at balancing out your inner child, like when to step into your inner child and when to step in your like adulthood, your adult self. I'm hearing happy birthday. I feel like your birthday this for the year in 2026 is going to be a really good one. You may be someone who like feels like has had a lot of bad birthdays. I don't know why I'm getting that. Maybe some of you pile number 2s don't really like celebrate your birthday anymore. I'm hearing in the year 2026 that's gonna change. You will be celebrating your birthday, or you will just feel like this birthday is gonna be like a really good birthday that you haven't had in a long time. So that's like the energy that this like feels like here. Someone could have like a pet named Binks. Binks is also from Practical Magic. Wait, is it Practical Magic? No, not Practical Magic. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot that movie. What's that? Which movie? It's like so, it's such a common one, and Hocus Pocus, okay. Binks is from Hocus Pocus, that's what I meant. Practical Magic could also be significant too. Both of those are about witches, witch movies, which I love both of them. But yeah, so I feel like maybe this pile, you are like a witch. Maybe you already know this and you already stepping into your craft. But if not, again, with the Magician and, you know, all the spirituality stuff that we were getting over here, you are definitely going to be opening up to this like new world. And remember that that world looks different for everyone. If you don't want to like call yourself a witch or consider yourself to be one in that way, like give yourself that label, that is totally fine. Some people just like being called like, you know, healers. Some people like being called a spiritual worker. Whatever like title you choose, like that is up to you. But this is just showing us like you are stepping into like a higher power of some kind. Facebook may be significant in 2026. Facebook chats, DMs, or Facebook wars. I'm hearing switch the channel. So change the channel, change your energy, shift your energy whenever you feel like you need to. Again, with that 5 of Cups, remember that you don't have to stay stuck in there. You don't have to stay stuck in negative energy. That also goes for like in situations or physical environments. Don't feel like you have to stay stuck in an environment that you're used to. You can always change the channel. You can always rewrite your story at any point in time. You need to remember that in 2026. I was getting like a career opportunity coming from a friend being the one that introduces you to like a new opportunity or career door. So I feel like that's what this changing the channel is about too in 2026. Don't feel like you need to stay in a job, especially if it's a job that you're unhappy with. I keep hearing someone say like, I spent so many years here though. So maybe it's that you're using like time. You could be using time as something that is keeping you at a job, and in 2026 that's going to be something that you're going to be called to cut ties with or not think that way. I'm getting bus confirmation with travel. I'm seeing hit. I feel like this betrayal was very, very hard for you. Trigger warning. For some of you, this person that betrayed you, that you already like parted ways with, or being called to part ways with, they could have been very abusive with you. If you resonate with that, my heart goes out to you. I've been in some abusive relationships before. I know how traumatizing that can be and how hard it is to get away from that. So my heart goes to you. I'm sending you love and light and healing. But yeah, you could be, even if it wasn't like physical abuse, just like any kind of abuse is bad abuse, right? We even have shit. This person talked a lot of shit. We were getting with the fox energy that like they like hide a lot of their intentions or have like secrecy. And I feel like you're tired of dealing with their shit, their bullshit. You're like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Yeah. But what I was saying, even if it's not only like physical abuse, like emotional abuse is bad. So this person could have emotionally abused you as well. Just in any kind of way. But I feel like it hit you really, really hard, which I'm sorry about that. There's something about stretching. Maybe some of you pile number 2s are going to get into like a physical, like a, what do they call it? Like a physical health journey. I'm also seeing star. Someone could be named Star or know someone named Star. But I'm also hearing like a wish fulfillment. A wish being granted, a manifestation being granted for you. Ah, that's beautiful. Okay. These initials may be any significant initials for you at this point in time. I don't know if I mentioned this, but with the 2 hearts, this is going to be from these like 2 separate friendships that you're going to be making, or one of them could be a friendship you have that you're taking with you. That was another thing, taking with you into 2026. That are very loving, very trustworthy people and partnerships with the BFF, and then the other one with this 2 peas in a pod. This can also be like the same person here. But you will, have some people to rely on emotionally or when you feel like you need it. Don't think that you're going to be like 100% alone in 2026 with this like 10 of Swords energy or while healing from this 10 of Swords. These initials can be any significant initials with anyone you'll be knowing or meeting in 2026 or taking with you. We have BF, BFF, we were getting that. PI, H, STR, CB, and X. Okay. Also, I will zoom this in. If you would like to pause it to see if you're getting any other extra messages from your spirit guides one-on-one, you can do that. Don't force the messages to happen. Take the messages that flow easily. You can pause it and take a quick look. Okay. Let's go ahead and get you your advice now. Let's see, advice for pile number 2. What's the advice for my pile number 2? Spirit, thank you so much. A time for healing, confirmation with that betrayal that we were like talking about through this whole reading here. So yeah, it looks like for most of you pile number 2s, this is something that maybe has already like happened or happened in 2025 or towards the end of 2025, and 2026 is going to be your year, like a stepping stone for healing and for you to connect deeper with your gifts, connect deeper, start your spiritual journey and your healing journey all in one. You're being called to look at the bigger picture with this loss. For those of you that don't feel 100% ready to let go of this person or don't feel 100% ready to move on. You're being called to hold your vision, remain focused. We are getting that with like the needing to think logically. This could also look like thinking logically in terms of like not being in denial, instead of thinking like, no, this person will change, they'll change. Or I feel like sometimes when we want love so bad, we allow ourselves to stay in toxic relationship dynamics because we're scared of being alone. And I'm speaking on like personal experience, by the way, and not in a way to shame anyone here. But it can be really hard for us to kind of get out of that headspace and to take off the blindfold and see things for what they truly are. So be a little careful with being blinded by love and choosing not to see something for what it is, choosing to ignore this person's intentions and the way they've been treating you. Like someone here needs to like wake up to that in a sense, and I say that with lots of love and light. We also have Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Bottom of the deck, I felt called. Mirror, who or what is triggering you? This person. This person. Heaven on earth, it's happening. It's transforming. You're transforming. You're having an awakening. It wants to happen for you. Okay, what else? Manifestation. Beautiful. Your thoughts and emotions are actively shaping your reality. You are what you think, or we are what we think, right? Focus on what you want, not what you fear. Write down your intention in the present tense as if it's already true. Feel the emotion of already having it. Your focus may be scattered or negative. Shift your energy by practicing gratitude and visualizing the best outcomes possible. I like that we got this because we were getting with the 5 of Cups, like crying over spilled milk, how we can make matters even worse for ourselves by just sitting and ruminating and negative and negative and negative and negative. We need to be able to feel it and let it go and try our best to like move on with our day. Take it one day at a time, of course. But this is something that needs to change. The mindset here. Mindset's very powerful. We also have the Faith card. Faith sustains manifestation even when there's no visible evidence. Keep believing. Strengthen your faith, pile 2, by affirming that everything is working out in your favor always. Fear of failure may be creeping in. Recommit to trusting in the divine process, the divine timing of things in your life. There's always divine timing. We're only taking 2 really for each pile, but I want to get the bottom of the deck again for you. And it's expansion. This is the new door that's opening up. Your world is growing. Be open to new experiences and possibilities beyond your comfort zone in 2026. Say yes to a new opportunity in 2026 that's going to be presented to you by someone, right? By a friend or a colleague. We're getting that confirmation. Growth happens when you embrace the unknown. Fear or limiting beliefs may be preventing your expansion. Break free from your comfort zones. That is beautiful. Let's get that last overall message for you, pile 2. What's the overall message here for my pile number 2s? Thank you so much. Pile 2, this is your overall message from the universe, and it says, your time is coming. Everything is coming together for you, but you must meet the universe halfway. Hold only a bright and happy vision of yourself with successful outcomes, and don't allow your fears or insecurities to stand in your way. Are you kidding me? I love that we got this, because we were talking about that a lot, right? We have another card that's talking about vision. It literally says, hold only a bright and happy vision, and you got hold your vision right up here. Confirmation. I love seeing the confirmation through the cards. I get so excited about it. It's honestly like truly a really beautiful thing, and it's also like part of why I love like doing what I do here with like tarot and stuff. So that is really beautiful. Yeah, so this is your spirit guides reminding you again, like something really, really big that you need to shift, and that you are going to be shifting in 2026 is your thought patterns and thinking logically, thinking more optimistic, thinking more positively. And you're going to see, the further you get into your 2026, the more that you do it, the more you're going to see that, hey, this is my key to success. This is the missing recipe. As long as I can continue to do this and just control what I can control and let go of what I can't, everything else will flow and everything will click and fall into exactly where it needs to be, so that is beautiful. I love that. I'm gonna leave this here with you, my pile number 2s. Do not forget your angel number today is 4454. That's 4454, angel number meaning hit search. If you would like to give this video a thumbs up, or comment down below which pile you are from, or sharing how this may have resonated with you. Even if you would like to share what angel number message you got, for everyone it is different. I would love to see it. I am sending you so much love and light and everything nice. I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hello, my pile number 3s. If you chose the 7 of Pentacles, this is going to be your charm divination reading, all about your vibes for 2026. So we have the 7 of Pentacles here. I really, really love this card. It's a very exciting one because it talks about hard work and efforts that you've been putting in. I feel like this is hard work you've been putting in all throughout the whole year of 2025. And now 7 of Pentacles finally being able to receive the rewards for your efforts, for all of the efforts you've been putting in throughout the whole year of 2025. Now in 2026 is going to be your time to shine, your time to collect all of these pentacles, all of these fruits, all this abundance, rewards, success for a lot of hard work that you've been putting in, clearly. I do want to say that some of you in this pile could be a bookworm. You don't have to be. This pile as well, obviously we have Pentacles energy, that's Earth. You can be an Earth sign or have that in your chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I'm seeing lots of like celebration in the new year for you too. Wine, this pile could like wine or like drinking champagne. I feel like the book here is also just telling us that like in the year 2025, there's a lot that you have learned, pile number 3, and everything that you have learned, you are about to put into even more work and more fruition into 2026, and that's going to bring even more rewards and more efforts like we've been talking about. So this is really, really good energy to start off the new year with. Obviously, this is well-deserved success and, good things and abundance, opportunities that you're going to be receiving in 2026. Let's go ahead and get your angel number. I don't know how many times I said rewards and efforts, but it's because that's all that I keep on seeing with this card, and I think it's a really beautiful and exciting thing. I did feel for this pile to only get a 3-digit angel number, as requested from Spirit. So your angel number, pile number 3, is 122. Nice. So after the reading is over, you will go on your search engine, search up 122 angel number meaning confirmation on my phone. This is a really significant angel number for you. Click whichever link you feel the most gravitated towards. That'll take you to a separate page breaking down that angel number message. Okay, I do like to break it down myself. Ones do talk about independent energy. And my candle's going out here. Okay, there's lots of signs going on around us right now. It's actually really interesting that the candle just went out, because I was gonna say ones talk about independence, maybe even isolation, which doesn't always have to look like a bad thing. I feel like maybe something that you had to do in 2025 was be alone or go into isolation in order to be able to kind of like lock in to all of the things that you were learning, growing from, locking in, putting in all of that hard work. There's just something about like needing to isolate or get away from everyone and everything. Maybe for some of you, it's a particular person. Maybe this looks like in 2025, you did a bunch of like healing. Maybe you cut a lot of cords with specific people, situations, things that were weighing you down. That was part of all of the hard work that you had to do. For a lot of you, this could have been letting go of relationship dynamics, because twos talk about partnerships. Maybe cutting off from certain partnerships to move into new partnerships. But nonetheless, I feel like the two main things were in 2025, a lot of isolation for you, a lot of hard work, a lot of healing, a lot of transforming, and also a lot of loss at the same time, and the cutting of cords, which obviously was very needed and very necessary. And you're about to see that. You're about to see, oh my goodness, because I put so much blood, sweat, and tears in 2025 and 2026, this is my golden ribbon. This is my trophy for doing that, you know? So let's go ahead and put this to the side. I am going to take a quick pause to reconnect with spirit here with the candle. Give me 1 second. Alrighty, I am back. Another thing I just heard while I was reconnecting here was, for a lot of you, 2025 was like a really big emotional release. Because when the candle went out, like I felt, I don't know, this like sensation in my chest. Maybe some of you suffered with really bad anxiety, whether it was only in 2025 or growing up and 2025, I don't know, just being in a lot of different experiences that maybe obviously challenged you in a really, really big way. But I feel like there's something about a huge release, or a release happening going into 2026, because everything that you worked hard on, you're finally like, oh, okay, I finally did it. I'm finally like graduating in a sense. Maybe some of you, it's quite literally graduating in 2026. I don't know. And just having that sense of like relief being taken off of your shoulders. So there's really, really big things coming in for this pile. What are the charms today for my pile number 3s and this beautiful energy coming towards them in 2026, Spirit? What are the vibes? Thank you so much. Anything else? Okay, I'm hearing to stop, so we're gonna do that. We'll also zoom in. I'm seeing lots of really interesting symbolisms in here with this pile. Excited to talk about it. Okay. We will be getting initials. Oh, this initials fell through. The initial N can be significant, N or Z. Okay. Wow, there's lots of stuff. So I'm already seeing a lot of what we were getting with your angel number, pile 3. Remember how I was saying that with the number 2, also, by the way, you got 222. That could be a number you've been seeing lately. You're going to see a lot in 2026. Was with the number 2, partnerships. Okay. So it does look like in 2025, you were dealing with some type of energy, maybe in regards to third-party interference, that is no longer there, because either you walked away in 2025 and started to heal from that, and will continue to heal going into 2026. You could have been dealing with someone or a lot of people, if you resonated with being more than one person, who were wearing a lot of like masks with you or like around you. Particularly, we have a King of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio can be significant in regards to who this was. Now, I will say for a lot of you in going into 2026, you will not be taking these people that you're leaving behind in 2025. But for a very few of you, I do feel like if you're in a partnership that you feel has done a lot of transformation, I am seeing like some mirroring energy. So you and someone else very special or close to you could have been mirroring. It could be a romantic interest or it could not be. Take it how it resonates. But I am seeing this transformation that you and someone else were putting in 2025. And I feel like in 2026, you're going to see the growth between you and someone, or you and this person that you were marrying. And you're going to notice that, wow, like we are coming out of this year going into 2026, changed people. We both saw the worst in each other, and now we're both walking out seeing the best, and will continuing to be working on being the best versions of ourselves, for ourselves first, but also for like one another. So there was someone that you were marrying, okay? So for very little of you, pile number 3s, you will be taking this one particular person with you in 2026 and growing with them, continuing that. But for a majority of you, I do feel like you did cut off a lot of people. I feel like you had like an awakening in 2025. And I feel like 2026 is going to be the year that now that you have finally awakened, it's going to be your prime time in seeing, you know, now that I have opened up my eyes, now that I have taken off the blindfold, you know, what is it that I want to do? What is it that I want to conquer next? Like, it feels like a very strong, very empowering energy here. And it's because you have learned a lot. I know it seems like I'm talking a lot about 2025, but honestly, it's because 2025 was such a transformational year for you, pile 3. And it's without 2025, without everything and every obstacle you've been through in 2025, there was no way in 2026 that you would be able to like be ready and be well prepared for what 2026 is going to bring you. Does that make sense? It's kind of like that sense of like, obviously our spirit guides, they're not gonna put anything in our path and our energy that they know we can't handle, right? Our spirit guides also will not give us an opportunity, will not give us gifts, those rewards, if they feel like we are not ready for them, if they feel like we are not ready to take care of them. But you, pile 3, put in so much work that your spirit guides are like, pile number 3 is ready. You know, this is it. 2026 is the year. We have the sun. I feel like you definitely could have felt like you were stuck maybe for a good couple of years, not even just 2025 may have had you feeling a little bit stuck. But being stuck in those places gave you, you know, not having anywhere to go, I feel like gave you no other choice but to look inward and look within yourselves and maybe face things that you have been in denial about for such a long time. And that is something that is really, really hard to do. I feel like in some ways this mask was also representing yourself, you know, you wearing a mask with self, maybe you being in denial with certain things that need to change, things like that. Now, going more into 2026, I'm seeing you getting more like tattoos. This could be towards the end of the year of 2026. Take it how you feel it may resonate. Maybe some of you, I feel like, are already planning on that, but I'm hearing that someone in this pile is planning on getting more tattoos. I am seeing this being something that you were going to be doing in 2026. There's going to be lots more celebration in 2026 for you too. In 2026, I'm seeing you getting more serious when it comes to your money. We have lots of different symbolism about money in here. Not to say, pile number 3, that you have been careless with your money. It could be that in the year 2025, like with all this heavy energy you had going on, maybe you feel like you didn't have enough time to get your finances fixed. Who knows? Maybe you had a lot of financial burdens in 2025, and 2026 is going to bring in more financial opportunities. But there's something about you in 2026. It could be you and someone else. Take it how it resonates, but getting more serious about finances. Maybe it's also you just like actually having more to save or put into savings. This could also look like you hitting some milestones when it comes to paying off debt in 2026 and you feeling a lot more ready. Like, okay, 2026, here we go. This is going to be the year that I buy a house, or this is going to be the year that I finally pay off my car, pay off this debt, pay off debt from school or that, you know. I'm seeing you getting a lot more strategic and a lot more serious and ready to conquer anything having to do with like your money and your stability, which is really, really good. Normally, a lot of the charms, when they're like flip-flop or not showing themselves, that is indicating, or my sign from spirit of showing us that this energy is going to be like later on in the year of 2026 for you. I'm seeing another ascension happening. What's this card? We have the Chariot. Interesting. Yeah, so I feel like just as significant as the end of 2025 has been for you, it's been like a buildup. I feel like 2026 in general is going to be good, but it's going to get even more good and even more intense towards the end of 2026 going into 2027. It's like these next years that you're going to be going through, you're going to learn more and do more, and it's going to have such a positive ripple effect for the next years that have yet to come right after, you know. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius can be significant for this pile. We also have Libra that's falling on the Magician. So you have a lot of magic. You have a lot of power. I feel like you, pile number 3, have already unlocked and unleashed some of these powers. But let me tell you, all of these burdens that you have finally transformed out of and lessons that you learned from in 2026, since you're not going to be as burdened with these things anymore because you've taken them off of your plate and actually have broken these cycles and learned from them. In 2026, you're going to have more room on your plate to unlock even more of your abilities and your potential when it comes to your craft. Now, for everyone, this is going to look different. I am really strongly feeling from this pile, though, that you are a very, very spiritual being. You could be a light worker. I always talk a lot about how light workers can look very different. Some light workers can be, witches. They could be people who do divination, people who do Reiki, people like me who are like spiritual readers and maybe a broad spectrum of different ways, right? But light workers and healers can also look like people who work in the field of medicine. They could also be people who use their throat chakra, people who serve as mentors and speak their truth, and who go around, to maybe places, schools, conventions, using their throat chakra, their words, their speech to inspire other people. So there's a huge broad, right? Like a huge spectrum on the way a healer or a light worker can look like. So whatever this is and whatever that craft may be for you, I'm just seeing it getting a lot more intensified. I'm seeing it reaching new levels. It's ascending in that way, which is really, really nice. I did even notice we have Libra over here too. We also have like the Chariot. There is something about drinking in here that's coming through. I was getting like good celebration. We even have like bar. There could have been, this is going to be for like a very, very small portion of you. There could have been some type of like argument that happened as of recently about a bar. I don't know if it was about you going to a bar, a friend, a significant other going to a bar, or something about someone's drinking habits. Whether or not someone could trust someone else's drinking habits. There's just something about like drinking and sobriety that's like coming through that I feel like was another part of like the challenge. Whatever that topic of conversation was, know that this was something that needed to happen in order to unlock and unleash something between you and someone else, or just between you. I know that's like a very specific message, but that's what's coming through when I see like this bar, and again like all this drinking coming through here. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio can be significant. I don't know if I said that earlier for someone that you were marrying in 2025. In 2026, I am seeing you marrying this person even more. But I feel like you and this person are mirroring in like a good way. Maybe not all of the time, but I feel like showing this person and vice versa each other's like shadows has been something that the two of you have like grown from. In a way, this could even be like a twin flame partner. This feels like a twin flame energy to me. We have strength with these two little people here. Yeah, so I feel like in 2026, you are taking one person in particular who's very special to you. I'm seeing you and this person, you know, holding in your strength and your power to be able to show up for one another. So this could be like a twin flame connection that you're working really hard to keep and taking with you in 2026, learning even more from one another. But it's almost like as you learn more from one another and each of y'all's like shadow aspects, the more that you learn about yourself, which that is an even bigger indicator, pile number 3, that you are a light worker, because you definitely have gone through a thing or two, and like you don't back down from challenges. At the time, you may feel defeated by these challenges sometimes, but man, you are so strong. You are such a trooper. 2026, I'm seeing you having like a really big makeover. This is like in any kind of way that you can think of. I'm hearing a makeover in terms of your spirituality. We were talking about your magic, your power, your craft growing in that way. I'm seeing a makeover physically. This could be some of you working on your health or taking your health more seriously, working out more in 2026. This could even be changing your look, your aesthetic, your style, your appearance. Maybe for some of you, it's going to be like trying out a new haircut, trying a new hair color. And it can be all of those things, you know, together. But I'm just seeing like you walking into 2026, looking good, looking brand new, feeling brand new, and you just being so optimistic and being like, you know what? 2025 was so fucking hard, but 2026, bring it on. Because you know what? I conquered everything that 2025 brought to me. And now that I am aware of my power, I can't even imagine what beautiful things I'm going to be able to conquer in 2026. We also have the Wheel of Fortune here too. The wheel is turning in 2026. Something else that is growing for you. I don't know if some of you in this pile have some audience of some kind. Maybe you have desires to build a business. I'm seeing that growing, or at least you starting it, planning, early beginning stages of planning in 2026. Maybe you already have this business and in 2026, it's just gonna boom. It's gonna grow even more. Hashtag also reminds me just like of audience in general, social media. So you could be growing on social media in 2026, or taking social media a little bit more seriously in terms of like a job, or maybe social media is your outlet when it comes to you using your gifts with the Magician card here too. So you could be definitely tapping into that a lot more going into 2026. There's a lot about forward movement. I am seeing a lot of darkness, but a lot of light in your charms today. Which I feel like obviously we need both the light and the dark, right? To be able to have balance in life. That's just the way that life is. Leo can be significant. It's another thing that I'm hearing. Someone is saying you're a dime. That could be this person that you're like mirroring here. I feel like there could have also, for those of you who are like resonating with this being in like a relationship or partnership, there definitely was a betrayal. This betrayal could have happened way before 2025, but maybe 2025 was the year that you and this person really let everything out. Or I don't know, there's just something about, for some reason I'm sensing that this like betrayal has happened since way before 2025, but I feel like 2025 was the year that you and this person, or maybe just you on your own, actually finally like healed from this heartbreak. This was involving some outside interference of some kind. It could have quite literally been another person, or it could have just been more than one person. It could have been a job getting in the way, someone's job. That whole sobriety thing with the bar and the drinking. It could look like anything, right? But I have two different triangles in my charm bowl. I have the triangle that has the 3 hearts in it, which is that charm, and my charm bowl indicates that there's a current third-party interference happening at this time. But you got the empty one, so that's telling me that going into 2026, like this is no longer going to be in your energy. And I do feel like it's because it was something that was finally talked about in 2025, whether you're still going to take the person choosing to forgive that person and go with them in 2026, or just choosing to like finally heal and let it go to move on to better, whatever better looks like for you, which obviously there's a lot of good stuff here in 2026 that's waiting, you know, on the other side. So take that message with how you feel it resonates. I know that may seem a little bit scattered, but it's because there's like so much big energy. There's so many different kinds of big transformations and challenges that you like went through. Honestly, I don't even feel like a lot of the charms are even showing half of the things that you went through, pal. Number 3, but I can just like feel it like energy wise. There's definitely like a lot more that you had to like conquer, but I'm telling you, the year of 2026, because you put in all of this hard work, and I know I keep talking about 2025, but 2025 really, really, really was just a very significant year for you. But get excited about 2026, pile 3, because now's the time for you to collect this fruit, you know, from these seeds that you've been planting. It's like every time you chose to stand up to a challenge in 2025 and conquer that challenge and heal it and put it away, feel through the pain. Every time you chose to do that, that was one seed that you were planting, and then another one and another one and another one and another one. And there was a lot of tears that were shed, you know, but those tears was what was watering those seeds that you were planting. And now they are growing. They have grown roots. They have grown above the ground, as above, so below. And you're about to collect, you know, these rewards, these fruits due to your efforts. And I feel like that is all you need to know for 2026. And really, honestly, just like get excited about it. Again, like lots of celebration, lots of milestones, lots of working on stability, getting more serious about your stability. Like you are locking in even more in 2026. Let's see what your initials have to say. Called you for the first time yesterday. That's love bug. Someone could say love bug. Someone saying I love you. Someone could have a nickname like Junior. Someone could say Junior. That's coming through. Someone could be really tall, or you could be taller than someone else. Someone could be taller than you. Flip flop it if you need to. That could be in terms of like who this person you're marrying is, that one particular person. Another thing I'm getting with tall is like you ascending with the hot air balloon, you rising, you feeling obviously like not in a literal sense, but like you rising in terms of your spirituality, your confidence in 2026. You feeling a lot taller, a lot wiser. I'm seeing fun. There's more fun happening for you. I'm seeing something about a Beats pill. I'm also seeing bill. Yeah, confirmation. So in 2026, you are going to be paying off like more debt, or there's going to be more opportunity to pay off debts and pay off bills with a lot more like ease. So that was something that you were struggling with in 2025. Know that that's going to change in 2026. I'm seeing perfume. Someone likes the way you smell. We were getting stuff about like physical appearance, changing in aesthetics and things like that. Avril Lavigne could be significant, or an Avril Lavigne song. When I think of Avril Lavigne, I think of like her top song, at least in my brain, which is Complicated, and also what's that girlfriend song? Hey, you, I don't like your girlfriend. I think of like those two. Think you need a new one. I feel like that's talking about this third party. And complicated. Maybe 2025, you know, all those challenges were complicated for you, but going into 2026, realizing like, you know what, with all of that complicated bullshit, I wouldn't be feeling so empowered in the ways that I do now, which is really, really cool. I'm seeing something about a jet. There will be more travel for you, quite literally through like a plane in 2026. I'm seeing like a map being gray and like you unlocking, kind of like on video games, you know how like the map will be gray and then as you unlock certain parts of the map on the video game, they turn into color. I'm seeing like your world turning into color with new places and things you're going to be like experiencing. Video games can also just be like significant in that way. I'm actually not getting anything else at this time. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in, pile 3. If you would like to, you can pause the video, see if you're seeing any messages in these initials. Don't force them, okay? Take them in naturally. That's your spirit guide's way of giving you messages one-on-one. But these initials could be any significant initials for anyone around your energy that you will be talking to, conversing with, being in someone else's energy. These initials taking with you to 2026. We have PBI, FT, FaceTime could be significant. We were talking about like social media, phone, LUUWL, FV, SJ, RVF. Someone could be named Javi. I was also getting N and Z earlier, can also be significant as well. Okay. Let's go ahead and get you some advice before you leave. Let's see, Spirit, what is the advice today? I feel like we got a lot that came through. Obviously, there's like a lot of good, a lot of transformation. I feel like compared to the other piles, maybe we didn't get like super specific predictions, but it's because your spirit guides want to leave a lot of this, to be honest, as kind of like a surprise for you. Like they wanted to tell you enough, but really they wanted to talk about like why everything in 2025 needed to happen and how significant it's going to be for 2026 and how you will know that. Like you are going to see that. You will see the proof of that in 2026. And I feel like really that was like all that you need to know right now. And I feel like it's because your spirit guides don't want you to think about things too hard. They want you to take the practice and the wisdom that was gained from the things that you experience. And one of those things does look like, you know, even though you may not have all the answers, even though we may not have revealed every single thing or every single detail, you finding that clarity within yourself, that assurance of, you know what, everything that's going to happen for me, to me, is going to be for my highest good, whether it's good or bad, whether it's challenging or not. And learning to flow with life in that way and just remain present regardless of what's coming towards you next, you know? We have conclusions are within reach. More conclusions. You're very close to achieving your goal. I was getting that maybe a lot of you, when it comes to business or your craft or the magician card, that you could already be working on those things, but I feel like 2026 is going to make those things even more stronger, even more successful. Like everything in your life that you've been working on, it's going to ascend even more. It's going to expand more than what it already is right now going into 2026. Work through your fears. Deep replenishment as well. Retreat, rest, and be held. Now you can finally rest. Now you can finally be in 2026. Yeah, I feel like maybe the first like 2 to 3 months of 2026, you're gonna have an opportunity to just kind of like breathe from all of the intense things you went through in 2025. And then after like that rest, you're gonna be like, all right, I'm ready, 2026, like let's do it, let's conquer, you know? We have radiance. Your energy is magnetic. Shine your light fearlessly and attract your desires. Step into your power, speak, create, and move with confidence in your radiance. Self-doubt may be dimming your light. Reignite your confidence and authenticity. We were talking about confidence with a little lipstick there. That like transforming you, working on that even more. We also have wholeness. True fulfillment comes when you embrace all parts of yourself, pile 3. You are already complete. Recognize and honor both your light and shadow aspects. They make you whole. I was saying that in your charms, I was seeing a lot of dark and a lot of light. So it's really interesting that this came through here. The yin and yang, right? You may be seeking external validation. Return to self-love and inner completion. Let's go ahead and get one more. We also have illumination. Truth and clarity are being revealed. You are seeing things as they truly are. What were we talking about with the blindfold here, with the mask? Seek deeper understanding, journal, meditate, or ask for signs to guide your path. Confusion or denial may be clouding your judgment. Open yourself up to clarity. Beautiful. We're going to go ahead and get that last overall message for you. Okay, pile 3. Your overall message from the universe says, you can't do the same thing over and over and expect a different result. Change comes from thinking thoughts you've never thought before and showing up to meet them down streets you've never walked before. Beautiful. I'm going to leave this here with you, my pile number 3s. Thank you so much for tuning in to this charm reading. I hope it was insightful some way or somehow. Do not forget your angel number is 122. That's 122 angel number, meaning hit search when you search it up. If you would like to give this video a like, it is greatly appreciated. You can also comment down below which pile you are from or share your angel number message since it is different for everyone. I would love to see it. I am sending you lots of love and light and everything nice. I will talk to you soon. Bye.